style. And I put this into a kind of a simple, more simple way of approaching it, because I think simple. That's me. And perhaps you're at that place too, where you just want to keep it simple, but you want to enjoy the song. Okay, we're going to show you a way to do that. And so we're doing it in the key of G, simply because the chords that I've found for this song, they state to put the capo on the 5th fret. And it's because Carole King sings it in C. And so if you play it in G and you put the capo here on the 5th fret, you're playing it in C. And so I'm not going to show you, I'm going to teach you the chords and everything in the first position. But if you want to play along with her, just put your capo at the 5th fret, find her on YouTube, and have a lot of fun with that. It's really a neat song. Now you'll notice also I'm using a thumb pick. I'm using a Fred Kelly. I like these picks because it's kind of stubby. You notice it's very short, as opposed to, let me see if I can find another. Here's a Black Mountain pick. Look at the difference in how it jets out. Just a little bit more on this one. See it? And so not as much, but then we have, here's one. Look how big that is as opposed to that one. So I like this one because it's closer to my thumb. Therefore, it feels a little more natural. I don't get it caught in the strings as much as I do with some of those larger thumb picks. It's just personal preference. And so it's whatever you get used to. But this is not about picks. I just thought I'd show you it. In fact, I'll put a reference to it if you're interested in looking into this pick. They're not super expensive, but really kind of a neat way to bring that bass sound out. And you can also get that, if you muffle it, you get that sound. Anyways, all right. Well, let's move on a little bit here. So we're going to go over this song. I think I'll start out by going over the chords, and then I'm going to show you how I take those chords and manipulate them so I can bring out a melody in it, okay? And so we're going to kind of do it simple style, but I like simple. All right. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start out with G, the chord, when this old world starts getting me down. Okay, so then it goes to E minor. People just are too much. And then it goes to A minor 7th. G. So, okay, so you got A minor 7th to D to G. I climb way up the top of the stairs. C, A minor 7th, D, and G. And then it goes to the chorus. On the roof, it's peaceful. And that's all C. C. Then it'll go to G. G, 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 E minor, and G, and D. So now let's go over the fingerstyle way and how we're going to bring this together. For the most part, I'm changing the chords up a little bit so that you can use those chords to play the melody out. There's a little bit picking in between, but for the most part, you're going to find it's mostly in the chords, okay? All right, that's what makes this song so easy to play, I think. And so let's give it a try. So we're going to start out with G. Here we're going to have to do some picking to get it started. So let's start out with the G chord, and we're going to play, first pick a few notes. So it's just open, D, G, 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 and then fret the 3rd string, 2nd fret, and then you're going to play the E minor and hammer on second string, first fret. And then you're going to go to the C chord. And then you go to C minor or C major 7th. Okay, so let's start that from the top. C major 7th. So this is an A minor 7th here. And so this A minor 7th can be played here if you want. Just play the A minor 7th chords. Right there I'm showing you the chord chart. But I like to play it here instead, okay? So it sounds like this. C. Okay, so then it goes to the A minor 7th. And then what we do is I'm going to, again, play the A minor 7th chord here, where you just bar 4 strings at the 5th fret. But I'm not playing all of them. I'm just playing strings 4, 3, 2. And then what I'm going to do is take my pinky finger to bring in the melody at the 8th fret. That's a G there. Picking that up and then go to the G. Got that? All right. So let's go to the top again and try it again. Get that? Okay, so let me slow it down. I'm just going to do it one more time now. Play the little, pick the notes. C major 7th, A minor 7th. I'm just playing strings 4, 3, 2. Notice these 3 fingers are just picking that up. Or you could do the thumb on the 4th and these 2 fingers on 3 and 2. Whatever's comfortable for you there, okay? So here we're going to try it again. And then let's repeat it again. C major 7th. Okay, now we have to go to the chorus. C chord. Then you lift up that first finger. And what are you playing? The C major 7th. C major 7th. There's a C major up here too that you could pull into it if you want to, but I'm not going to go there, okay? I mean, it's so beautiful up there. Anyways, back to the C major 7th down here. Hear it? I had to do that. And then what we do is... And so what I'm doing is I'm just putting my first finger on the 3rd fret, the low E, and my pinky finger on the 5th fret, 2nd string, okay? And I'm just playing those 2 strings. I'm plucking them, thumb on the 6th, middle finger on the 2nd. Then you go to D. a little extra surprise there where when you do this part, there's different ways you could do that. You could do this too, where you're straddling. You see that? But I just found this to be the easiest. Well, we're going to leave it right there. And don't forget to hit the like button if you like it, and subscribe if you haven't. There's lots of videos here. I have like 600 videos. So go back and take a look at some of them. And I hope you enjoy this one. And I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are in this world.